So into the second half of the fight. Colin Hart's got Nathan Cleverly winning comfortably, but he didn't have a great 6th round.
Well, certainly I got Mohammedi winning that round. He'll just see now whether he's been encouraged by that, and he'll try and make an even better fight of it.
Good left hand from Cleverly. He comes back with another left as well. It's not been easy for him to unpick this Frenchman's style. Struggling here to impose himself as well on the fight, Cleverly. Cleverly's in trouble here for a point off for holding.
Well, it's going to be another round to for the Frenchman.
Point off for Nathan Cleverly for holding. From Dave Parris. He's certainly his own man, isn't he, Dave Parris?
Oh, very much so. Well, this is one fight, Cleverly. What's Parris on about now?
I don't know.
Having another go at Cleverly over something.
Takes a left hand there from Mohammedi. Now he takes a jab as well.
Well,
not quite right here for Cleverly.
This to me is a 10-8 round to the Frenchman, and he's catching Cleverly comfortably now to the head, and Cleverly's not taking any evasive action. Quite extraordinary.
Well, he's got this warrior attitude, Nathan Cleverly. Saw it against Murat when he could have won more easily. He decided to really stand in the pocket and trade with him.
Well, in the last 2 rounds, I have to say that Cleverly looks quite ordinary. When the Frenchman suddenly came out, Mohammedi eventually came out of his shell. He's causing Cleverly all kinds of problems.
Just seems to run out of ideas a bit, doesn't he?
Well, the Frenchman now has got some bags of confidence.
A couple of body shots there from Cleverly, and an uppercut as well on the inside. Cleverly just shakes his head as if to it didn't hurt, but now he's taking some shots here from Mohammedi as the bell goes for the end of the 7th.
Well, that was a big round for Mohammedi.
Frank Warren has just screamed at Cleverly, "Wake up, wake up."
Yeah, Warren's worried about it. The corner must be worried about it.
He's got his head down in the corner, slumped almost.
He looks dazed, doesn't he?
He does. They're working with an ice bag on his stomach.
Well, this would be a major upset. After all, Mohammedi is a substitute opponent at the 11th hour.
I'll tell you what, Colin, he looks almost gone in the corner.
Yeah.
A shake of the head as he comes out.
Well, unless something happens dramatically with Cleverly, he could be facing his first defeat.
Doesn't look at the races.
Mohammedi obviously senses he can win this.
Oh, good shot though from Cleverly.
A good left hook. It's amazing, isn't it, this boxing business? I mean, he looked like he was just there to survive, Mohammedi, and then suddenly he turns the fight around. He's the aggressor and got cleverly into trouble.
He's almost lulled cleverly into a full sense of security, Colin, and very difficult to get back on it, isn't it, if you've just let your concentration slip.
Well, he couldn't handle the star. I think when the point was deducted, I think that dispirited cleverly.
Yeah, it threw him a bit, didn't it? It was almost, well, if I can't hold on, what am I going to do here? This fight just beginning to slip away from the Welshman. Just needs the crowd to get behind him as well. There's a bit of indifference around the arena.
Well, they're waiting for Paul Smith, aren't they? Really?
That comes cleverly. A good body shot there.
Mohammedi is a completely different fighter.
He is. And cleverly meets him head on in the centre of the ring, digs in a body shot. And another one. And another one.
Now the crowd are trying to get behind cleverly.
Oh, plenty of action in this 8th round. It's not been the best round for Cleverly, this, but I wonder if he's just stemmed the tide a fraction. He's getting himself back onto level terms after a bad 7th.
Well, I thought he had a bad 6th and a particularly bad 7th. And I don't think he's winning much in this round either.
Mohammedi cut on the nose. Now it's Mohammedi's turn to lecture about holding on. A long left to the body now, a left and a right. Mohammedi felt a couple of those. We come to the end of the 8th round. Another left hand from Cleverly, just misses with a right. Maybe he has woken up in this round.
Yeah, he may have just done enough to snatch that round away from the Frenchman. Although I could see a case for the Frenchman getting the points.
More boos as De Gale is interviewed in his dressing room. He looks very relaxed, doesn't he, Colin?
Absolutely. Sitting there as if he was in the lounge at home. Smiling.
Looking at Cleverly's corner here. Quite animated there, and I can see the Welshman's shoulders are going up and down as he tries to get as much oxygen in as he can between the rounds.
Dean Powell and his father trying to motivate him to do something spectacular.
And a more focused look on his face as the 9th round begins. Starts the round with a good left hook. Mohammedi just catches him on the break.
Yes, and that's what Paris warned him about.
That was a low blow, that from Cleverly, I think. Now he's going to get a ticking off.
Paris is giving Mohammedi's time to recover.
Yes. He's having a conversation about something there with the referee, pointing at his glove. Shot from Cleverly.
Yeah, he leapt him with a left hook that caught Mohammedi.
Oh, and nearly gets him with another as well. Frenchman just felt a couple of those, I think. See his legs just buckled fractionally. Oh, back he comes though. Short and stocky.
He seems to hurt Cleverly when he does land, whereas Cleverly doesn't seem to
good body
hurt
shot
him.
from Cleverly, but he's wrestled to the floor. I think that was because of the low blow.
It's getting a bit nasty in there now.
It was a low blow from Cleverly, and Mohammedi sort of retaliated by slinging him to the floor. low blow, I thought. Good shots there from the Frenchman. Well, it was horrible to watch for 6 rounds, but it suddenly burst into life, hasn't it?
Yes, it has.
Cleverly really having to dig deep here. He's finding himself being backed up. As a head went in there. And got away with that, didn't he?
Frank Warren was on his feet about that incident.
Leapt in with a headbutt there, Mohammedi, and then Dave Parrish said to him, one more time and I'll take a point off. It's been a dirty 9th round. A close one. Going to the last 20 seconds or so. Cleverly's really being made to dig deep here.
He's a tough nut, this Mohammedi.
Cleverly can point to the fact that he was a late replacement. We've not seen too much of him on tape. It's probably anyone's fight as we go into the last 3 rounds. To Cleverly's corner. And again, the head slumped as we see pictures ringside of Nicky Piper. Tell you what, Colin, Frenchman Mohammedi's not gone on his stool at all between the rounds.
No. Maybe he thought if he sits down, he won't be able to get up again.
Much between them on the stats. It's been that kind of fight, hasn't it, Colin? How have you got it at the moment?
They're just doing adding up a little.
Maybe Cleverly a round or 2 ahead.
I've got Cleverly 2 points ahead.
Remember, he had a point deducted as well, Cleverly.
Well, that means I've
So
got him 1 round ahead and 2 points ahead.
Yeah.
But the next 3 rounds are going to be vital. I mean, Cleverly's now just not throwing punches, posing in front of Mohammedi.
Left hand there from Cleverly. Struggled to really impose himself tonight, though.
Well, he hasn't, has he?
That was a good shot.
No good shot. Backed off. Mohammedi backed away from that one after it landed. Good right hand.
Another one.
And a good one. Another good one. But, as you said, the single shots, it's about time he put some combinations together.
He's having the better of this round so far, Nathan Cleverly.
Yeah, it is much better this round than he's been for some time.
He's just drawn the venom of Mohammedi. There were worrying moments, though, middle rounds. They just seem to be going backwards. Bit of loose tape, I think.
Yeah, on Mohammedi's left glove. At least the referee dealt with it himself without taking him back to his corner. Cleverly just about won that round as well.
I wonder if the little crisis is over for Nathan Cleverly.
Well, one hopes so. 2 rounds to go. Just got to keep his cool.
I guess a good learning fight for him, Colin. Sometimes you need these wake-up calls, don't you?
Against these awkward customers like Mohammedi. You won't see too many like him in the future. But he looks at, a real tough nut, doesn't he, the Frenchman? I think Cleverly's corner has calmed down a little. They weren't as animated.
Yeah, there was a real air of panic, wasn't there, around those middle rounds, and Cleverly sort of reimposed himself. Rounds 9 and 10.
I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, and hopefully the corner wasn't panicking, but they were certainly concerned and anxious that Cleverly should snap out of that bad patch.
He just looked lethargic, didn't he?
Yep. Suddenly he'd lost all interest.
Fortunately, he's managed to.
Terry Lawless, the great late Terry Lawless, would have slapped him around the face. And that used to get his fighters' attention when they were looked like messing up.
Well, Frank Warren banged the canvas in frustration almost after the 7th round. Told Cleverly to wake up. This is better. I think Mohammedi felt one of those. Left hand. He stopped in the first before the Frenchman.
It's his only defeat, isn't it?
Yeah. Maybe a kind of flash stoppage. So he looks pretty solid, doesn't he? He's taken everything that Cleverly's thrown at him this evening.
Well, the Frenchman hasn't landed too much in this round. Cleverly, as you say, I think the fire's dampened down now.
It's almost Colin gone back to how it was in the opening few rounds.
Yeah.
Cleverly almost finding a second wind. Cleverly content now to stay out of trouble. Maybe sense that the end is near. Certainly not too much to go in this round.
Well, I don't think this is a performance that Cleverly will look back on with very much pride.
Sometimes you come against a guy that you can't fathom his style, though.
Yeah, I mean, the great Muhammad Ali couldn't work out Ken Norton in 3 fights. Although
just a question of getting through it.
Well, I got him 4 points up.
That sounds about right.
So
Cleverly probably just done enough in the last few rounds as well to secure this victory.
Yeah, he came back in the what was it, the 8th? Yeah, after losing that round 10-8 and having a torrid time of it, it made him come back and win the 9th, which was very important.
So the boxers bang gloves there at the start of the 12th, and now we've got here a bit of tape again on Mohammedi's gloves.
Right, final 3 minutes, and I won't be sorry to see the end of this fight.
No, I mean the first 6 rounds were eminently forgettable. Got better, didn't it? 7, 8, 9, and now it's just gone
the
back
middle rounds look like they were going to be quite exciting, only because Mohammedi came into the fight. He's trying hard in this round too, and he's banging away at Cleverly's head. It just seems that Cleverly just couldn't seem to get going. I don't know, but it won't have done him any harm. He now knows that life at the top can be very tough, and you can't always look $1 million. But the men who hold the world light heavyweight titles, if they saw this fight on film, wouldn't lose any sleep at the prospect of defending against Nathan Cleverly.
I wonder if Jürgen Bremer's style might suit Cleverly a bit more, the German champion.
Well, he's liable to be stripped, isn't he, if he goes down in court?
Oh no, I think he's okay now.
Is he?
Yep. I think Cleverly will be looking for a fight against him in the new year. Might be a relatively lucrative fight, Colin, with you bringing German TV to it.
Yep. But Frank Warren would want it over here, wouldn't he?
Absolutely. You can sell the rights though to Germany.
Sure.
Have to have it in Wales. Trying to get a crowd in. It's a shame a little bit for Cleverly, because he certainly was just beginning to get a bit of momentum. Certainly got a rousing ovation here when he came into the arena. I guess you can't have thrills and spills in every fight. So we're into the last 40 odd seconds of this one. Cleverly trying to make the running really in this last round. I imagine he's done enough to lift this interim WBO title. He raises his hands at the end. There's a few boos ringing out. Mohammedi thinks he's won it as well.
Well, on my scorecard, he's 5 points up, but I'm probably being over generous. I just think for most of the fight, the Frenchman, I mean, if he'd have tried earlier on, like he did in rounds 6, 7 and 8, it might have been a lot closer. But I suppose coming in so late as a substitute, you can't really criticise him too much.
Yeah, I think it's more a question of job done for Cleverly and move on. We're going to go to the judges' scorecards, but I'd be surprised if he didn't get a decision here.
Well, I don't think there's any doubt that Cleverly's won the fight, but it wasn't a very satisfying win.
We're just waiting for the scorecards. We've not got an MC at the moment, so we're still a little while away. Colin Hart had Cleverly winning 116, 111. Cleverly's corner seemed quite happy. No smiles on the face of his father, Vince. Frank Warren looks quite happy now as well. Didn't look too happy earlier, but
yeah, smiles all round. So obviously the Welshman has won this.
Here comes our MC.
Although he looks happy that the fight woman blew out his cheeks then.
It's one of those fights, wasn't it?
Yeah, as if to say, glad that's over.
We go to the scorecard, and we have a unanimous decision. Judge Kutzler, Germany 115-112. Nacho Montella scores the contest 116-111. Charles Scheller for France 115-113. The winner and the interim WBO World Light Heavyweight Champion is in the blue corner from the Kevin Forest in Wales, Nathan Cleverly.
So it's Nathan Cleverly who lifts the WBO interim light heavyweight title. A few boos in the crowd, not because of the decision, but just because it wasn't a real cracker of a fight, Colin.
Yeah, all we can say is a win is a win is a win.